There was a professor of business from NYU on MSNBC, a guy named Scott Galloway, and it is possibly the most true and honest thing that I have ever seen on that entire network. Anytime, anywhere, it's got to be, right? So, NYU, of course, is one of the schools getting essentially taken over, completely overrun by masked, insane students, we think, parroting whatever anti Semitic nonsense they want. And this professor, who still considers himself a liberal, has what I think is a pretty unique perspective among liberals. It's a common sense perspective. And I mean, it's that simple. And I think we need to see it.
I do think there is a double standard. I walked by NYU last night. What I saw was peaceful protest. But I can tell you, if I went into the NYU square with a white hood on and said, lynch the blacks or burn the gays, my ID would be shut off by that night. And I would never work in academia again. There would be no need for the words context or nuance. I wouldn't be protected by terms like First Amendment or free speech. I would be out of the world of academia. It seems like we have a double standard when it comes to hate speech as long as it's against Jews.
Why is there still that double standard?
I think it's complicated. I think, one, young people have a healthy gag reflex on what people our age think. And I think that's healthy. Two, I don't think Israel has draped itself in glory over the last 20 or 30 years. They've shifted from being kind of the David to the Goliath. I also think that incorrectly students on campus conflate the civil rights movement with what is going on in Palestine and have digressed, unfortunately, because of an orthodoxy promoted by me and my colleagues that there are oppressors and oppressed. And the easiest way to identify oppressors is how white and how rich they are, or fairly or unfairly. Israel is seen as ground zero for whiteness and how wealthy they are. And then what might sound paranoid doesn't mean I'm wrong. I think we are being manipulated, specifically youth, who their frame for the world is TikTok. And if you look at TikTok, there are 52 videos that are pro-Hamas or pro-Palestinian for every one served on Israel. I think that we are being manipulated. I think Americans are easier to fool than convinced they've been fooled. But if I were the CCP, I'd be doing exactly the same thing. I think social media is sowing division and polarization.
So obviously this Scott Galloway, he considers himself a liberal, right? But he is a business school professor. So automatically, when you have even a basic understanding of math, you can't be a full liberal. It's just not possible. It's almost like not allowed, right? And it's a good thing because it allows him to exercise just basic reasoning and some critical thinking. But I mean, just think about it, man. Isn't it amazing what needs to happen, what some people really need to see, what some people need to witness in order to come away willing to say, I think we might have a double standard here. And he's absolutely right. There obviously is a double standard. We've been saying this on every topic for as long as I've been alive. But if this was hate of any other kind, we wouldn't hear about context. We wouldn't hear about civil liberties. And he's absolutely right about that, man. But he didn't end there. He laid the blame for these young, broken brains right at his own feet. He said the reason these people are so confused and have such poor understanding is the fault of these professors and these institutions and a society that has taught them that we are a society of oppressors and oppressed. And the only way to tell the difference is by color and class, which obviously makes Israel the perfect boogeyman, right? He also talks about manipulation by China through TikTok, and he's absolutely right about that. 52 to 1 on videos on this conflict alone, right? Really smart points, really, really a smart guy. But I mean, I don't understand how you can be so intelligent, how the guy can realize his own culpability in the deal, but still continue to empower these liberals and these Democrats, man. It just makes no sense. The dude, he's almost there. I hope he can get there. But anyway, that's just my take, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you haven't already, be a part of our growth. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. I'll see you in the next one.